I think Rubio and Baines, and Sarge has really given them a big boost. Obviously, Book can be an all-star every year, and he continues to grow. So I think their team is really good.
High praise from the King. And TC Crazy, we're looking at standings right now in the Western Conference.
How about that?
How much fun is this?
Yeah, usually you're looking at reverse standings about now.
Oh, all right, give me...
The system, and when I played with him, great time. He's a great coach. We still stay in contact all the time, still talking. So, I'm happy that he's back, on the front of the bench and head coaching job, and also he.
The Lakers, after falling on hard times, both are back, and this place will be rocking tonight. Welcome, the Suns live from the Dos Equis Beer Garden. Tom Leander, Tom Chambers. Buzz in the air.
Oh, man.
Man, it chills down the spine. I got up this morning. That's the first thing you think about. Yeah. It's like, we got Suns-Lakers tonight. This is a big
We can smile through a lot of things, but this is genuine. We are really happy out here.
I know. It's a big deal because celebrities are coming back, too. Cody Bellinger is supposed to be here. Aaron Judge. Kyler Murray. How about that?
Wow.
This is good stuff.
Yeah. No Jack Nicholson? He's not flying in?
Not that I've been told. That's your guy,
Tommy.
though.
Hey,
exactly.
Tommy.
You and I did a game in L.A., and he was like 10 feet away. You ended up talking to him half the time.
That was some good...
He's a big fan of yours.
Oh, man, that was some big basketball back then. Yeah.
Can you give me one more, Jack?
No, I only know that.
Pretty good. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
He did. Suns are 6-3. Lakers are 7-2. Whoever wins this game, first place in the division.
Yes.
Clippers are also 7-3, but the Suns have beaten them, so
that's
good.
Do
that's
that.
a good thing.
I mean, they've been in second place, well, in third place, in fourth place, in fifth place, in sixth place, in seventh place, because everybody was tied, right?
Exactly.
Now, go up one more. I like it. I like it.
It's going to be fun. Talking Stick Resort, play in style. It is Ricky Rubio, season highs, 22 points, 12 assists, and 0 turnovers in the rout of the Nets.
How about that? I mean, he is just playing so well. One of the league leaders, obviously, in assists and steals, and just putting his teammates in the right spot and executing and not making mistakes, as you pointed out there in the 0 assists. And I love it when a big man is running at him, because then he puts elevation on his shot and it actually goes in. I mean, when he's wide open, he shoots too flat, man. I'm gonna have to have a broom out there we can just wave in front of him whenever he goes to shoot, so he puts a little elevation on it, because he shoots the heck out of it when somebody's in front of him.
And he's lethal. If he has scoring to that repertoire, along with the assists, and again, we talked about the Suns have 3 losses for the season. They have won every time the following game.
Yes.
That's a mark of a good team.
Well, it is a mark of a good team. But this team, I mean, they lost 2 by 1 point. I mean, they've had one clunker all season long. And I'll tell you what, though, this Laker team is going to be ready. They got beat the other day by a team that they didn't think they should be beat by.
The
so
Raptors.
They will be ready, too.
Like you said, without Serge,
Lowry.
Without Lowry, that was shocking.
Yes.
All right, APS power matchup. The power stars in this one, Devin Booker and LeBron James.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
LeBron's #1 in the league in assists right now. He's had 4 triple-doubles the past 5, and Booker just extraordinary shooting numbers here early in the season.
It's just, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, we've talked about 50, 40, 90. When you're above 50 from the three-point line, and obviously above 90, above 50 from regular field goals, it's tremendous. But these two guys are as good a players as there are right now in the West as far as their numbers go. Both teams are playing really well right now. They won't match up much, but yeah, these are the two faces of the franchises. And Devin is now, he's getting a little more recognition because this team is playing so well. But LeBron will come in here ready. But LeBron won't cover Devin. Devin will wear him out. No, LeBron can play a little bit of defense.
Oh, yes, he can. I wouldn't be surprised if he does cover Devin. But they've got a great defensive backcourt in L.A. with Avery Bradley and Danny Green.
They do. I mean, they do. I don't think Avery can score much. Danny Green's made, 7 threes? They were all in the first game. I'm kidding. But, I mean, he hasn't been hot since then. But those two guys, that's their job, is to stop backcourts. And backcourts in the West especially are pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm not a big plus-minus guy. But in that win over the Nets, Booker was a plus 40. Ricky Rubio was a plus 37. AD, Anthony Davis, now with the Lakers. A shoulder injury a couple weeks ago, aggravated in the home loss on Sunday to the Raptors. He's good to go tonight against the Suns. Suns should have a pretty good scouting report on Anthony Davis. 3 seasons together with Monty Williams in New Orleans. Welcome back to the Dos Equis Beer Garden. Suns and Lakers tonight here on Fox Sports Arizona. Tom Chambers, EJ Eddie Johnson. Crank up the volume on your mic tonight, Eddie. It's going to be crazy inside.
Oh, I had it down. Thank you.
Yeah, no, inside.
I know, but your voice kind of irritates me sometimes.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate you.
Hi, guys.
Good to see you, too.
I'm glad I'm between you.
You know what? I wish I could just talk to Joy, his wife. She's a lot more fun to talk to. She got some beautiful earrings on tonight, by the way.
Eddie does?
What about mine?
Joy
does.
What about mine?
I'm not talking about you because you don't like me. My voice is bothering you. Suns have won 4 of their last 5, guys. The Lakers, their 7-game win streak ended at home to the Raptors. We talked about it without 2 key players on that Toronto team. So TC thinks this is going to be a pretty fired-up Laker team.
It will. I mean, I think they're enjoying winning, and they're trying to figure everything out. And the Raptors snuck one on them and got them, and that's what the Suns have to do tonight. They have to jump on them early. Don't let the Lakers get comfortable. I think they struggle when you let them get, when you push them back. And I think that's going to be the key, physicality especially.
It will be. I mean, the Lakers team, when you got Avery Bradley and you've got Danny Green, they don't care about anything other than guarding somebody. So their job is going to be to slow, obviously, Ricky and Devin down. So that takes a lot of pressure off of LeBron and Anthony Davis, too. They don't have to guard those guys. And the point guards in the West, as we know, are pretty darn tough. So they'll be good that way. But anyway.
I think Baines is going to have to stay out of foul trouble, early foul trouble.
Well,
right?
think of the people he's going to encounter tonight. Anthony Davis, LeBron, JaVale McGee,
Dwight Howard. Yeah. Wow.
That's 4 guys that he's going to have to encounter. That's a lot of fouls there that they can play aggressive with. And he's going to have to really, I think, calm himself here. And Kaminsky's we got to get something out of him tonight.
We absolutely
He's got to play extremely well tonight. And I'm not talking about scoring the ball. I was talking about just being physical, getting rebounds, and making the good passes and defending. That's more important than him knocking down threes, I believe, against the Lakers.
All right, let's talk about the other Johnson, Cam Johnson of the Suns. Maybe his number 1 fan is Eddie Johnson. Now, he had his rookie-high 15 on Sunday, and EJ, you're in love with this guy's stroke.
Yeah, I'm just telling people, when he gets his feet up under him and he starts to understand this game a little bit more and gets rid of some of the jitters I think he has, that dude is going to drop 30 one night. He's just that type of guy. If he gets it going, I think his confidence is going to ramp up. Why? Because he's pure. That jumper's pure.
Unbelievable.
That jumper right there.
It is. When we've been around a lot of people shooting jump shots, his shot is absolutely picture perfect.
Yeah.
Shoots it effortlessly. He's a guy that could win a 3-point contest because he just shoots it. Now he's going to have a little bit more of getting to the free throw line, getting to the basket if he's going to get 30.
Run the floor.
Unless it's 10 threes. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy can absolutely shoot. I want to say one thing about Kaminsky though. Okay, with JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. He'll be huge tonight because they don't want to come out of the paint. They want to protect the paint. They're great rebounders. They're great shot blockers. So if he can come out and space the floor with them, it's really going to help the Suns.
No, I agree. I agree. But he struggled with it, and I'm saying if he's missing it, he shouldn't spiral down.
No, he can't.
Because he's got to defend. He's got to be a presence out there defensively to help Baines.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about this Suns-Lakers rivalry. It has been on snooze for the last few years while these franchises have struggled. But, guys, is this the best rivalry in Arizona sports outside of ASU U of A? So let's call it pro sports. Best rivalry. I think D-backs and Dodgers, Cards and Cowboys, or maybe Cardinals and Seahawks. But this is it, right?
I believe it. It ramped itself up in the late 80s when they came in and they swept us. We were a team that was very confident, and they took it. They took everything we had, and they swept us. The next year, we remembered it. And although we had a struggle to get to them through Utah, when we got to them, we took care of business quickly.
This guy's taking care of business, front and back.
Raja Bell, baby.
The Raja headlock.
That was one of my favorite all-time NBA plays.
You knew it was coming, though, right? Because you know Raja. You knew it was coming. You knew he was going to try to take him out.
The sad part is you can't clothesline or do anything to anybody now. It'd be 20 games. You know what I'm saying? But did he get kicked out of the game even?
He got kicked out. He got suspended. And I tell kids, too, this is what made Kobe great. Kobe knew he couldn't fight because he knew that if he got kicked, they were in serious trouble. Yep. And that's where you have to calm yourself in those situations. I wish Raja had calmed himself because the bottom line was we wanted to beat them, even though we did. But still, the way he did that was He could have got more than 5 games.
Well, this is going to be fun. A lot of connections between these two teams. Troy Daniels, Jared Dudley now playing for the Lakers. Assistant coaches Lionel Hollins. And your guy, Jason Kidd. You guys play golf all the time.
A lot of old home feelings coming up in this building, man. I mean, we got to deal with a lot of aura of somebody wanting to do their best against us. Hey, backs against the wall, that's the time you want to play.
Yeah, and both teams with new head coaches, too.
Yeah.
You know, rookie head coaches. I mean, obviously there was a rumor of Monty going to L.A., and then he obviously, Mr. Sarver, Robert offered him a contract here, and he took it, and thank you, Monty. Thank you. Thank you.
Good decision. Definitely a good decision for all of us here in Phoenix. Each have fun with this one, you and K-Ray.
And I love your voice.
No, you don't.
I was just kidding.
Okay.
You know you're my little brother. Hey, go get me something
from
to eat
another mother. From another mother. All right, Mikal Bridges needs your help finding the smartest student athletes in Arizona to be Bridges' brightest ballers. If you know a kid who deserves to be recognized for their efforts on and off the court, no matter the sport, nominate them today at suns.com/BBB. Must be grades kindergarten through 8th grade to apply. Suns getting ready for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma on the men could be a factor. Coming up next, Burns and Gambo. Suns are #1 in the league in assists, #1 in field goal percentage, coming off season highs against the Nets with 138 points, 37 assists, 19 threes, and a season low 7 turnovers. Oh, the transformation with Ricky.
Your guy.
Yeah.
You wanted him for years, man. You've been bragging on him.
And joining us now, Burns and Gambo.
Did you just roll those R's?
Ricky Rubio.
Have you been doing that all year? I haven't known.
Ever since he came out of Spain like 10 years ago.
Wow.
No, he doesn't. Right? That's the first time I've heard it.
I was going to say, I've been watching this show for years. I've never heard you do that before.
Man, have
you heard him do Ricky Rubio? I have not heard him do that. That's a first.
Yeah, and you guys have watched every show.
Religiously,
right.
absolutely big fans.
Okay.
Religiously. I mean, I can tell you what show Tom wore this camouflage blazer the last time.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 shows ago.
Hasn't been this year. This is one of those. You know what? This is one of those coats you can only wear once a year.
I don't see you. You're blending in with everything. You're all camo on me.
See what's going on with us. We go on your radio show. We talk football. You guys come on here. We're talking
about my clothes, man.
Let's talk about Rubio and Steve Nash. Maybe unfair to compare Ricky to Steve, but guys, there are similarities, correct?
Unfair, of course. But yeah, they're traditional point guards. They get everybody involved. They move the ball around. I almost got off Twitter this year because everybody wanted D'Angelo Russell. They wanted a ball-dominant point guard. They needed a Ricky Rubio. They needed a facilitator, a passer. They did not need another scorer and dominant ball guy. They needed a guy that could get everybody involved. Rubio's perfect for what they needed.
There's no doubt there are similarities in terms of their abilities to be maestros out there, right? Directors, conductors, whatever. Steve Nash will also, of course, go down in history as one of the greatest shooters in the NBA. Yes. Ricky Rubio will not. And I like Rubio's game, and I certainly like what Rubio's added. But what he did the other night, I don't know if you can consistently count on him to do that all the time, every game. It's that ability to shoot that Steve Nash has that Ricky Rubio has always been looking for his entire career in the NBA. He just hasn't quite found it yet.
No, he hasn't, but I'll tell you what, he's been a blessing for this team and what they're doing out there right now. And you can't say because, and I've said it, because he's the best playmaker in the world, right? He was MVP in the World Cup. They won the championship. They beat all of the other teams, including Team USA. He just knows how to play with, and whoever he's playing with, they always have great ones. And that's one thing Steve always did. Steve always brought out the best in his teammates. Whenever they went somewhere else, not so much, you know?
And they got Ricky for 3 years. And he's not even 30 years old yet. So he's going to help Ty Jerome. He's going to help whoever else comes. But he's going to be the point guard for this team at least for the next 3 years. That's a good thing. They didn't get a 35-year-old guy. Yeah. They didn't get a broken down guy like Mike Conley. They went out and got somebody who fit perfectly.
Yep.
And Nash could have averaged 30 points a game if he wanted to. If he wanted to. When he had to, he did it in the playoffs.
And hasn't he said recently, over the last year or so, he should have shot more? He wished he had shot more when he was here, looking back on it, that maybe he made a bad decision at not shooting more.
They still won 70% of their games.
They still did fine.
And he was only MVP twice. I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Let's talk about Kelly Oubre Jr. There is no doubt that the Phoenix Suns feed off of his passion, his energy. You can't measure it. There are no stats for that. but how invaluable is he? And quietly, he's putting together another really fine season.
You go back and you look at how they got him, it's amazing. But he's the reason why they were able to get rid of Josh Jackson and T.J. Warren, because they had Kelly Oubre and Mikal Bridges. And with Kelly, you've got your third primary scorer. You've got DeAndre when he comes back. You've got Book, and then you've got Kelly Oubre, who's a 3-and-D guy. I mean, what a great find for them. The way it went down was kind of crazy, but it ended up being a great trade for the Suns.
Accidental brilliance, right? I mean, it was not the intended target that weekend when they went into that trade, but that they came out of that with him. He's been fantastic, and we get so locked up in Booker and Rubio and Baines and what he's done. It's almost like we're already at that point where we're taking Kelly Oubre for granted, and that's a shame because he does kind of get lost in the reinvention of Devin Booker and the newness of all the other guys. Oubre's like the holdover from last year, and he deserves so much of the credit for the start they're off.
I think the turnaround for the Phoenix Suns actually started when they acquired Kelly Oubre. Not Monty and Baines and the guys this year, but I believe it started when they got Kelly Oubre.
I agree with that.
Well, yeah, the energy that he brought to town, and you talk about a fan favorite. I mean, how can that personality not be contagious? I mean, he's a handsome man, okay? He's fun to watch. He goes to the basket. He's entertaining. I mean, I absolutely love the guy. Now, they've had to tone him back a little bit because he gets a little bit, over the top, but, man, it's great. And
I don't think DeAndre Jordan enjoyed his push-ups the other night.
Yeah, whatever.
We love it. The fun factor goes way up.
We got to see him once a year. Come on, man. Come on.
Kelly Oubre's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this Lakers team. Kyle Kuzma is coming back, and I think he could be a big factor in this game. Obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis, they've got the backcourt, but Kuzma is a guy that could go off for 30 points any night.
They need a third, don't they? They don't really have a third right now, at least and they need a counterpunch to the LeBron, Anthony Davis dynamic, and Kuzma should be that guy, needs to be that guy for the LA Lakers. Hasn't happened yet, but I think it's only a matter of time until he starts doing the kind of stuff that we've come to expect out of him. But they definitely need that third part of that team to make them truly excellent.
He's the guy they didn't want to trade. They had no problem getting rid of Ingram. They had no problem getting rid of Lonzo. They didn't want to get rid of Kuzma. So when they were working on those deals last year with Boston and with New Orleans, the Boston would have been delayed. But Kuzma was the guy that they kind of wanted to hold on to, and they did.
He can shoot. And, you look at that team, I don't think they're very deep. They've got a couple of good backcourt guys that can play defense, but they need a guy who can score off the bench. Kuzma may be coming off the bench all year because he can light it up, and he can be that guy like Eddie Johnson. When he comes in the game, he should be the main guy. With LeBron and with Anthony Davis, he never will be, okay? And with that lineup, too, what position is he going to play in the starting lineup? I think coming off the bench.
On the second unit.
I agree with. I can't agree with you because